Welcome to a special Patreon Unlocked edition of Reality Alert. Today we're going to be covering Love is Blind Mexico episodes 1 and 2. And if you want to listen to the rest of this the following weeks, head to patreon.com/reality alert. It starts at only $5 a month and has a bunch of great content on there. That's patreon.com/reality alert. Thank you and enjoy the show. It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
Max, since this podcast started at its dawn, you and I were just a couple of pawns. Piece by piece, square by square, the world watched as neither of us trimmed our hair. From the circle to Love is Blind, we swooped in like a rook to capture our listeners' hearts, souls, and minds. From Messica to Gianna to Sarah Ann and Megan Fox, these are all the queens I'm glad we had in our box. So let's put on our crowns and fill our glasses. Let's cheers to love and hand out some free Patreon passes.
That was really good.
Thank you. Thank
Wow.
you so much. I'm a poet.
That was good.
I had to do a chest poem just like Sal.
Just like Sal. Damn. Cheers to love.
Cheers to love.
Cheers to love. Ah. How long did it take you to write that? A few hours?
No, I just did it like while you were waiting for me in the room here.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, didn't we have another chess metaphor thing recently?
We did, so I think maybe Perfect Match or something.
Yeah, well, chess. Chess is just part of life,
Chess, Shrek,
chess and Shrek. Death, Taxes, Shrek, and Jess.
That would be a great play. I'd love to see that.
You can really write it really quickly. We can probably get it.
Yeah, I'll do it in 5 minutes, no problem.
Cheers for love.
Cheers for love.
Ben, I am digging Love is Blind Mexico.
It's fun.
It's had the best start of any of the international seasons that we've watched. Better start than UK, better start than Sweden, which was an amazing season.
I was just going to say, yeah, I feel like we've had slow starts to some of these.
Yeah.
And then it ramps up to bigger things. This one, I feel like there is lots of love triangles, lots of pettiness, a lot of competitiveness. I like it.
Lots of messiness, a lot of weirdos, a lot of stuff going on.
And then there's Iris.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yes.
My God.
I like Karen too.
Karen is great.
Yeah, Karen. Karen already talking about threesomes and toys and stuff, so that's always a good thing. We haven't had anybody talk about wanting to bring anyone into the marriages yet on any of the shows that we've watched. Yes,
we're close. Could we do a Love is Blind like poly season? Is
that would be great? I just don't think the producers are creative enough to do that,
because this would be a way for, so many people are trying to get engaged to move on to the next segment, right? So this would be an easier way to get everyone on board.
They would all be down. They're all desperate enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? But then it's going to be like the one charmer guy is going to have like 6 girls.
That's true. Everybody
and it's going to feel like polygamy instead of polyamory.
They would all be down.
It's going to just get weird. It's going to feel weird.
Yeah. Barnett would have walked away with everybody the first season besides Lauren. Yeah.
That's a problem. Yeah.
But this is a little inside baseball, but are these the same pods as Love is Blind Brazil? Do you think?
I don't know. Maybe.
I couldn't tell. Normally I would think that they're new pods, but after they used the same pods for the UK as Sweden, I thought maybe these looked a little, because they're like the smaller circular rooms.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it's the same ones as Brazil. Maybe they flew to Brazil and then flew back to
Could be.
Mexico.
Since
And then
UK did it in Sweden, yeah.
and then I remembered that there was water in one of the things that we watched previously. And I
Yes.
think there was
That might have
water
been Brazil.
in Brazil. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking potentially we can look this up. I haven't looked it up yet. This might have been the same pods. Just a
Yeah.
little theorizing here.
I do like the water.
The water is very nice.
I'm
I think
hoping
there
that
was even
someone is
more
so
water
head over
for
heels
Brazil,
that
though.
someone accidentally trips and falls in the water.
I think they should get in there and do like a Cocoon type thing.
Oh,
You know,
I
like the
like
movie
that.
Cocoon, where they. You ever
Yeah.
seen that movie?
No, I haven't. That's
Oh,
is that the Ron Howard old
yes.
people one who
Well,
go with aliens or whatever?
in Cocoon, one of the people like has kind of like sexual relations with one of the aliens who is kind of taking human form, like in the
Nice.
pool.
Nice.
It's very intimate. Yes.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Very
The old people find the fountain of youth like in water, I think, with the old people. I don't know. Good movie, I think. I don't know. It's been a long time.
You don't want to put a full endorsement on it.
It's kind of one of those things where you watch a movie when you're like 10 and then you're like, it's good. And then you will go back and you're like, it's bad.
Right. I had that experience recently with Spaceballs. Tried to show my wife that movie as an adult. And I was like, oh God, this really is a hilarious movie for a 10-year-old boy.
Yeah, it's sad.
But as an adult, oh boy. Yikes.
All respect to Mel Brooks, though. All
Mel
respect
Brooks
to Mel
king.
Brooks.
You kidding
All
me?
respect to Mel Brooks.
Blazing Saddles, great movie.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get into it. You know, I really thought that Moffat being very tall was gonna like play a role into this because she like talks about it when she first walks in, but it hasn't yet. Have we gotten to her reveal?
No, she hasn't bonked her head on the top of any doorways.
Yeah, have we gotten to her reveal? Her hey, that does happen a lot as a tall person. Let me know. Do they have a lot of basements in certain parts of Mexico? Because as somebody from a part of the country in New Jersey with a lot of basements, you know, it's sleepovers, parties in high school, hit my head on so many things.
All right, Mexican listeners, let us know. A lot of basements out down there?
Basements in certain parts, regions. I know it's a large country. Do you guys
Let us
have
know.
basements?
Where's the basement areas to avoid?
I think they're going to Mexico City, it sounds like. So do they have basements there? Have we gone to Moffer's reveal yet? I don't know.
I don't think we have, no.
Is the person that she meets very tall? Is she even getting picked? I'm not sure. Okay.
I don't think he gets picked, no.
And then we meet this guy, Luis, who I think might be a main character, but he's not. I was kind of hoping that he was, because he says he's sometimes judged because he likes wearing skirts, and he always says what he thinks. So I thought that would have been an interesting thing.
Oh, yeah. That would have been great.
Did we have another reality show where somebody wore... Oh yes, Love is Blind Sweden. What's his face wore? He wore a sleep skirt.
Yes, what
was the porta potty guy?
Yes, what was his name? I forget. He had style though. He had style.
Yes, he wore sleep skirts and like rainbow scarves. I think it was less about
his fiance was not into.
It was less about the skirts and more about the scarves. That was the problem. But I would have liked to see how this plays out. We meet the hosts, Lucy and Omar. They make it very clear that women are allowed to propose. It seems like they really want this to happen. It does not thus far in these two
Love
episodes.
is Blind has forever been trying to replicate Giannina, and it's just never going to happen. Giannina is Giannina.
Yeah, she is. Okay, you can. But they really want this to happen. Also, I thought it was interesting that the translation is not "Is love truly blind?" It becomes "Is true love blind?" Just an interesting little translate thing. Also, these dubs, if anybody's listening to the dub version,
fantastic,
are like actually really good for dubs. They're good.
They bring out the creepiness of someone like Sal. That's for sure.
But we've listened to a lot of dubs. I think these, like, no joke, these are the best ones that we've heard. Do you not think
I thought Sweden was better.
You thought Sweden was better?
I thought Sweden had better dubs than this.
I think Gerardo and Fernanda's dubs, they're like actually putting in effort. I think they're pretty good.
I was shocked when it was someone who was singing.
They
And
sang Gerardo's song.
They sang Gerardo's song.
And then he cries later in the scene, and you can
but
hear
not
him.
Mappa's song. They didn't sing
No, I think it probably depends on if the dub person is like. I think he was like, no, I'm really passionate
He was
about
like,
this
no,
dub.
this is my moment.
Yeah,
This is
and
my
then
chance.
he like is crying, and you can hear the actor being like, it's good. It's good for dubs. You don't need to have that high standards for dubs. It's not going to be Squid Game level where they match up the
Hey,
mouths.
I just like when they add any bit of inflection whatsoever.
Yeah, so no,
Because
actually, I
it
mean,
shows that they're doing something different than
I either
Love Is
want
Blind
some
Brazil.
inflection or no inflection like Brazil. You
Yeah.
know, I
love
do miss
horses.
I do miss I Love Horses. You know, the robots.
I love horses.
That's worse than current AI.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just saying they could do AI dubbing and it would have more inflection.
Why don't they
than
just
that.
do like the SpongeBob ones from like TikTok reels? You know, where they just...
I love that. That'd be
This is
great.
what I it's interesting because do you have this on like Netflix and there's like a red banner across that says new dubs? So they must have shipped it out with like even shittier dubs.
Yeah, they must have had worse ones.
So
Yeah.
like the I Love Horses ones, and they were like, all right, we gotta, fix this up a little bit.
Yeah, enough people have seen this now to where it's embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, because like Love is Blind's really popular. So I think after the Brazil one, they were like, we should invest some money so people can watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they're like, I love horses.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
Ben, that was too enthusiastic. They can't do that.
Yeah, that is too much. It's too much.
Apparently the first dates are only 10 minutes. I thought this was another thing that doesn't need. They're like, it's hard because they do like a speed dating kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I really related to something that one of the people said in the beginning.
To be with that special person.
Hold on.
Do you have children?
Yes, I have 3 chihuahuas. That's
3
all.
chihuahuas.
My living room smells of pee. My bed smells of pee.
Not the chihuahua part, but just everything smelling like pee.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It would have been great if afterwards he said, and that has nothing to do with the chihuahuas, by the way.
Yeah, so
Their
just everything
body-
smells
their
like
body
pee. I just
trained.
pee everywhere. I can't bother to get up. I had friends like that in college.
I can't bother to get up.
Did you have friends like that in college who just start peeing in bottles? Do your friends like that in college?
No,
Not who I lived
No.
with. They would tell me, they were like, yeah,
that's not normal,
and
man.
go to I had multiple friends in different places. And they were like, yeah, I'm just too lazy, so I've been like peeing in bottles.
Are any
at
of these
night."
people I know?
No.
Oh, that's too bad.
No, not people
Not
that
in
you
our-
know.
Not in our fantasy league.
No, not these these people. These are people who I've abandoned in my life because they're bottle pissers.
Because they're bottle pissers.
Yeah.
And they just
Bottle
leave them
pissers.
around.
No, I think in the morning they would dump them out.
My God.
I'd just be like, "Well, just go to the bathroom."
Did this person eventually end up on Saturday Night Live as a cast member?
No.
Were these people the Australians?
No.
Just trying to narrow this down. I want to know.
No.
Now I'm like really
It was
curious.
people I knew in high
Who puts it
school.
in bottles.
No, Ben.
So what was it? They were just so lazy.
They were so lazy
That
they would like pee in a
insane.
bottle.
That's so gross.
I think somebody peed in a trash can too.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so disgusting.
I know.
I'm sorry you went through that.
Just hearing about. I mean, I didn't live with them. I just heard about it. I didn't live with these people.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
was not at my college.
I had a roommate situation once where I woke up and there was a big pile of shit on the floor.
What?
Yeah. My first year in Brooklyn. Huge pile of shit.
How?
I don't know. It's still a mystery to this day. Still a mystery.
That's an episode of It's Always Sunny. That's crazy.
All I know is one of my roommates had several people over the night before and they were up late. And then I woke up at 5 a.m. for work and I see that in the middle of the floor. Nuts.
Incredible.
No, yeah, I mean, it's disgusting. We live in a disgusting world filled with disgusting people.
They're called bathrooms. It's like one of the best inventions, you know?
Yeah, just use them.
Listeners, use
Sorry
the
about this. We're
use
getting
the
off on a broad
bathroom.
note. Cheers to love.
Anyway, Fernanda, you know, I get excited about her because she says she just came out of a long-term relationship where she was maybe going to move for someone because it was long distance, but in the end, she chose herself. And I'm like, oh, she's already deep teed pre-show.
Wow.
Wow.
And her ex is sitting comfortably at Nobu currently.
Do you think she read Deep D's book?
I hope so.
Should we read Deep D's book and
You
recap
probably
it?
should.
Should we do the audiobook for Deep D? Should we be the voices?
Oh my god, that'd be so good.
Yeah.
We should read it to Deep D. We should have her on the podcast and we should read her whole book to
her. Fernanda talks to Gerardo.
By the way, Fernando, aren't you upset she didn't date Fernando?
I know.
Too bad. Right?
Come on. She and Gerardo talk. She is sporty, she says, and loves rock climbing. He's not into fitness, but he loves being in the forest and mountains, and they connect over their love of nature.
Great,
guys. And we do learn that Gerardo likes to write, sing, and play guitar. So we learn why he's on Love is Blind. You know, a lot of them keep asking each other, why are you on Love is Blind? And I'm like, well, either they want to get married or they want to be famous. There's only two options. Why are you asking each other this?
I mean, look at Sal now from Love is Blind season 2. He's probably as big as Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
When it comes to his music career.
Definitely. I mean, I still do have that song stuck in my head sometimes. My fiance's hot as Beyonce. That one, classic. With the drone footage.
Yes.
Mother and Gerardo talk. She tells him she loves partying and couldn't be with someone who doesn't like drinking.
Hell yeah.
So we know she's a good time. She's fucking cool as hell. So she should be with that Renee guy who's clearly going to have a drinking problem, right?
Yes, I think
with the alcoholic. They should get them together, but then there wouldn't be as much drama.
They should just get everyone on this show that likes to party.
I know, like,
why are we getting people on that are like, I don't like the drinking thing. I don't like that. It's like, well, you're on a reality show, so you better get ready to slam some shots. Okay.
Yeah. Why aren't we going to like MTV from like 1998 to 2015 route? You know what I'm talking about? Like, why aren't we doing that?
It's absolutely sloshed.
Yeah. And you're casting like 18 to 22 year olds.
Yes. Fantastic.
Yes. Gerardo says he's not a hippie, but he likes hippie things. I'm not getting the vibe that he likes either. He seems very straight-laced.
He's extremely straight-laced.
Yes. Jose, but he goes by Chemita, or Mickey. He tells someone he's a guy who dresses well and looks good and likes to flirt, and he's like a business guy.
Yeah. Started businesses when he was 4 years old.
Wow.
That's crazy. Do you think it was like a car dealership or something?
Definitely. He started a car dealership stand instead of a lemonade stand outside his front yard.
Yeah.
I get like slightly looks vibes and like character vibes that he would be played by Jay Duplass. Like his whole vibe, he would be a Jay Duplass character in a movie.
Well, especially after watching The Curse, I agree. Yes.
Yeah. Wait, Jay
Duplass. Wait a minute. No, I got the wrong brothers. Oh my God. No, Jay Duplass would be good too. I thought you were talking about Betty Safdie at first.
No, Jay Duplass.
Okay. I could kind of
would be him, you know? I feel like he's always kind of playing these kind of like well-dressed kind of businessy, like he could be this kind of guy.
Yeah. I don't know if he could play as smarmy as what Chima is, but yes.
I think he could. Yeah. He tells us he's a businessman and a professional poker player, which comes into play a little bit later. And he does tell someone he has an intimidating stare, which I found kind of weird to say. to someone.
But it can be a romantic stare, too.
Oh, it can be romantic. I can intimidate you into
Yeah.
being romantic with me.
He'll glare at you like this, and then he'll go,
Yeah, Ben just scared me and then smiled at me for those on audio. Now he's kissing me through the phone. Yes. Alejandra, she says she's very affectionate and romantic and loves touching people's souls. Okay, that is creepy. Don't touch my soul. That is
No.
sacred to me. That is
don't
protected.
fondle my soul.
Don't
stroke my soul.
Don't give it chicken soup. Leave my soul out of this.
I feel very vulnerable when people touch my soul that way.
Yeah, leave my soul alone. And she says she loves drama, so she came to the right place. Oh, and she's an opera singer. Well, not for long.
That's pretty cool. I want to hear some.
Not for long. Well, we should have her sing, and then we'll let our resident opera analyst, Alex Lake, let us know how good she is.
Yeah. Alex is definitely watching all the Love is Blind.
Yeah. Alejandra and Jose, they connect because they both like challenging the norm. Sorry, not Jose is Chema. They're both rebels, these two.
Yeah, they are. Absolute rebels.
Jose and Sylvia, she does this weird thing she calls a dancey dance in front of the wall and asks him if he can see what she's doing. The whole point is it's called Love is Blind. He can't see behind the wall. Like, how dense are you?
Yeah. He likes that she talks like that, though. He's like, ooh, dancey dance. You talk like a little baby.
Oh, you're so
dancey dance. I like that.
Baby wanna marry wowie? You want me to propose you wozy?
You want to play a little game of poker with me?
Yeah. He says it's really posh the way that she acts. Yeah, when you say dancey dance, it's very posh.
Okay.
What
is this, Love is Blind UK?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Get out of here with that crap.
Yeah.
This is America.
Yeah.
Okay? Mexico is in the Americas.
Yeah.
America. You better not bring that British crap over here.
We get to Fernando and Chio. So Fernando and Chio. She asks why he came on Love is Blind. He said he came on the show to build a relationship and that loyalty is important. It's not about building a relationship. It's about getting married in 4 weeks. You don't have time to build a relationship.
It's about getting those followers up to 6
Yeah, you get married,
baby,
and you get a lot of followers. Yeah, whatever. Renee and Iris. Iris tells us her ideal man would be a kind, decent person. That's basically what she says. And a doctor. Yeah.
I like that. Since she was a little kid, she's wanted to marry a doctor.
Since
she was a little kid.
She's a very entrepreneurial person. She's very smart. Okay. She knows what she wants and she's going to get it. She's wise.
Yes. These kids in Mexico, they start early with their future plans. They got car dealerships at 5 years old. They're already thinking about marrying doctors when they're 5 years old. It's crazy.
Yeah, this is where we learned that he drinks, and she says it would be a deal breaker if her partner had a drinking problem. That's just so judgmental to say that it's a deal breaker if your partner has a drinking problem. Like,
so
what?
Judgmental.
I think that's a positive trait. It means your partner is fun.
Yeah, it means they like to party.
Yeah, people without drinking problems suck.
It means they're not a stiff.
Yeah, okay. You're boring, Iris. Okay, come on.
Although it's funny because the doctor guy, he said, I like to drink beer. And she was like, you better not have a drinking problem.
People can drink too much beer.
Do you think she does that to everyone who has a drink? Do you have a drinking problem?
He's like, I drink non-alcoholic beer. She's like, whoa, deal breaker. See you later.
Wow. My ex drank O'Doul's. And you know where they are now? They're dead. Because they drank too much O'Doul's.
Iris and Fernando meet. She reveals she has a 25-year-old brother who is disabled. This is a trend that we're starting to see on the show. So we've had 2 other people who have had siblings. We've had Amy and
Freddie.
And Freddie, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Who are eventually going to be the caregivers of their siblings. So I
Yes.
wonder if casting looking for these type of people for
For
the plot
people
line
who
at this
have
point?
siblings with disabilities.
Disabilities. Is this a plot line that they like? I
I
mean, I'm
don't
not saying
know.
that it's a totally uncommon attribute to exist. I'm just saying that
I
this
think it's just an endearing fact. It's endearing to people to see someone who is caring for their disabled sibling, I
it
guess.
definitely
Yeah.
is endearing and a very good trait. So
Yes.
it's just interesting that like these are all coming out very close one after another within the same year.
Yeah, it's almost like it's casting looking for very specific things.
Well,
Like they're like a
usually,
bunch
I mean, like we know that. I mean, you watch Big Brother, and it's like there's somebody from Texas A&M every season.
that it's true. It's true. But I mean, in Love Is Blind, typically I just think, well, finance bros.
Yeah, that's true.
Typically what it is. It's finance bros.
Fucking the people that fly on I can't. Why am I blanking on the names? They fly on airplanes. They walk
Flight
down.
attendants.
Flight attendants. Sorry, not pilots, but the other ones.
The customers, like the regular everyday people.
Yes,
Max,
customers, travelers.
travelers.
Yes. Okay, we get to day 2. Sylvia and Chema. He doesn't immediately recognize her voice. Red flag. She asked him if he has a good dick and if he uses toys.
Yeah.
He says yes. She says,
let's get right down to it.
do you like the toys used on you? He says, I like a pinky. Okay. Okay. All right. We like a man who's open about a little butt stuff.
Pinky.
Pinky.
Oh, we got that sound.
Honey, little sassy.
Where is Pinky? Why can't I find Pinky right now?
My God.
I don't have Pinky right now.
So let down by the soundboard.
I know. I don't know. I don't have Pinky right now.
Why didn't you tag it Pinky?
I don't think I kept Pinky in the soundboard because I didn't.
Oh my God.
I didn't think that Pinky would ever
You
like.
blew it.
I didn't think Pinky would
come back.
No.
You didn't think Pinky would come back.
No. Why would Pinky come back?
Pinky's always gonna come back. It's gonna come back every time.
You're
every
right.
Damn time.
I think the only ones that like I kept from there are like.
Did you delete all the Shane soundbites too?
Disrespectful. They deserve one another.
Like that's what I kept.
All Kana, huh?
It was just Kanye. Dude, we have over 1,000 sound bites, okay? It's hard to look through at this point.
Pinky is important.
All right, we'll get Pinky back.
Did you delete all the Shane ones?
No, Shane's there. Well, actually, I did keep a lot from there. Why didn't I keep Pinky?
Great question.
Pizza.
I kept pizza.
You
though.
thought that was more important than Pinky.
I know. I really fucked up Pinky.
Wow.
All right, Fernanda and Gerardo. She puts it out that she will not share her partner with anyone. So if he's looking to share her in threesomes or anything, she's not the right person, okay?
That's good to get this stuff out, right?
I like just throwing it out there being like, I'm not even going to ask you politely about this, just being like, no threesomes, okay?
Yes.
I know you all want
your first date with Maria. How quickly did this get off on the table, where you just go
instantly.
Okay, so it was like the first thing you said to her.
The first thing I said was threesome, yes.
And then, hi, my name is Max.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
And that's how you knew.
Mm-hmm.
The one.
He says, I'm looking for something more wholesome, a more wholesome love. So more holes. Is he looking for a foursome? Is that what we're talking about here?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I think it's really beautiful how they keep talking about more holes in their love.
Hey, let's get that Love Is Blind poly season going.
Yeah, they want more holes. So I think that's really great. They really connect over their more holes.
What if we allowed just one hole in the wall on Love Is Blind?
Yeah. I think that'd be great.
And you could stick your eye in it. You could stick whatever.
Yeah, I think people just mainly do eyes.
Yeah, just eyes, just to get a peek of who's over there.
Yeah. We get to Iris and Fernando. She says she wants a partner who is fun and would add something to her life and support her ambitions. He says he is that person. This is great. She's like, if you could make a decision right now, would you partner with me? And he's like, I think we should wait a little bit, maybe go deeper. And she's like, I just know we're going to be the best couple. And then they end, and she walks outside, and she goes, I'm getting married.
It's amazing.
Yes.
She's just a girl who's in love.
Yes. Is this one of the
Doesn't
first?
she remind you of Sam a little bit in some ways? The constant salesmanship, you
Yeah,
know.
trust me.
Trust me. We're doing this. We're married. We're already getting married.
I know we're gonna be the best couple. I'm just a girl in love. I'm like Wendy and you're Peter Pan. Remember, Iris from Mexico.
Don't forget, we're married. We're married. We're married.
So is this one of the first real like strategic moves we've seen on Love is Blind?
Oh yeah. It's pretty damn strategic. Like I was thinking that too. I was like, she's really going for it. Like she's trying to box out all the other ladies who like
Yeah, when she walks out and says I'm getting married, it's very manipulative.
Oh yeah. Super manipulative. And then what she does later is also manipulative. It's all very manipulative.
Yeah. So she pulls Chio aside, and tells Chio that Fernando is the guy she's yelling about and who she's getting married to. And Chio goes, well, I should probably get to the bottom of this. Now, I don't think this was obviously, especially in hindsight, this was the way that Chio went about this was not the way to go about this.
No, just straight out narking. Yeah.
Because it's pretty obvious. I think Chio probably knew that Iris was not getting married.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they all get engaged on the same day at the end of this thing.
Yep.
Like it was day 2 or something, and they have 8 more days. Like, how was that?
But it could have been one of those couples, a Brennan and Alexa type.
But they don't actually get engaged. Like, you're going to have 8 more days of dates.
Yeah. Oh, you're forced to do 8 full days of dates and then.
Yeah, everybody gets engaged on
at the same time on the same day.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, I just think there would have been a better way to do it, to be like, like, do you feel good about me? Like, I'm hearing things. Like, there's just like a better way to do about it. Like, I don't know, because you're not forced to have dates. I think people can stop seeing you if they want to and cut things off. But like, he didn't even cut things off with her. So
yeah.
Look,
Fernando doesn't want any part of this drama.
All of the engagements and all of the reveals happen on the same day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
At the end, like, you have to go through the process. Like, it's a filming schedule. So Chema and Sylvia meet up, and Sylvia asks him why he's here, and he says 3 years ago he decided he was never gonna fall in love. But then he reveals he had a daughter with a woman he was possibly in an open relationship with, it seems like.
Yeah. A situationship is what it seemed like to me.
Yeah. But now he's here to fall in love. So that's his story.
Yeah, he really just kind of threw it in there last second, too.
Yeah,
just
he's like,
oh, by the way, I have a daughter.
And then he's like, oh, and now I'm ready to fall in love. He
mentioned his nieces and nephews before he did his daughter.
Yeah.
At least in this edit.
Well, people usually keep their children a secret.
Yeah. And people are usually extremely proud of their nieces and nephews.
I just mean on this show. Remember how Jessica kept Autumn a secret for a long time?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people with kids on this season.
There are.
A pretty wild thing to drag children into. Personally, wouldn't do it. Wouldn't advise it. What?
No,
I don't think so. I don't think bringing basically a stranger into your home with a child, even on a reality show, is really a good idea.
I think you just got to lawyer up and make sure that the kid can't get any lawyers in town to sue them. You round up all the best lawyers, because down the road when they sue when they're 18, their influencer parents. It's like going through a divorce. You make sure you get the best lawyers before the other person does.
Exactly.
They can't talk to them. That's how it goes.
Moffer and Gerardo. It comes up that Moffer smokes. He says, I would rather our house doesn't smell like smoke. She says, I smoke when I go out. He says, you do you. I think this is kind of the end of them. It's, yeah.
Kind of a deal breaker for some people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I smoke like a fucking chimney, and I do it in the house.
Yeah.
I do it in bed. I do it in the bathroom. I do it at the dinner table. So deal with it.
Women's quarters. Moffra says she felt the date went really well. Did you?
And
When
that
he
she
was
could
like,
really use a
yeah.
cigarette. She
Yeah.
could really use one right about now.
Fernando and Gerardo. Fernando brings up that Moffra said their date went well, and Gerardo laughs. He just laughs about it. She tells Gerardo that she's into him, and he talks about how he is into her and their wholesome love. So
Wow.
wholesome.
That's beautiful.
Fernando and Chio. Chio cuts to the chase and says, I put you down number 1, but then I learned you were going to get married to Iris. He goes, what? And she says, Iris said I'm getting married and it made me sad. And he says, that's not true. She's sabotaging me. It's lying. He says he think Iris was using his words as strategy. So initially he does get the point.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I think he realizes he's more attracted to Iris, so he decides to believe her.
Yeah. I mean, Iris has him hook, line, and sinker. So
Yeah.
that's what's going on here.
So Moffra and Gerardo, she gives him a blanket with a spray of perfume, and she wrote him a song. The song is called Dawn. Do you think people should be able to use... I know it's not called Love is Unscented. Do you think they should be able to use smell?
Yeah, because it's
Okay.
not Love is Unscented.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like it. I think items are fine. I don't think it's like, this is what I smell like.
Yeah.
But actually, they
Because
should.
what if we get
because
someone like one of your old roommates in the pods?
it's
Then
pee.
that's gonna be bad.
No, actually, they should, because it would be really funny if the guy was just like,
Yes.
smells like a skunk.
Wow.
That would be good. Okay.
You.
PU. Okay, here's the song for Gerardo.
Han pasado pocos días a tu lado platicando. ¿Cómo es que en tan poco tiempo ya me estoy enamorando y no? Venga, me digas que me quieres si tu intención no es quedarte, no.
Got a great voice.
Yes. I have no idea what she said because they didn't translate it. But I know it was probably about someone named Dawn. That's all I know
love
about.
to smoke the cigarettes. I like to smoke like a chimney.
I know it's winter, but will you come outside with me in 15 degrees? I know you don't smoke, but it's so cold. Want to come outside like a loser? 'Cause I smoke and it's 15 degrees outside and I'm addicted.
By the way, I like to party. Won't you have a drink with me?
Okay, I need another cigarette. I know it's 5 degrees outside now. Will you please come outside with me? I am addicted.
It's nice of her to be going outside.
He then says, I was gonna make a final decision and pick Fernanda, but then I heard you and smelled you and it changed everything. Yeah, do you think that the blanket smelled like cigarettes?
Like cigarette smoke? Yeah.
Well, maybe she smoked cloves. So it smelled a
There
little
you
bit
go.
better.
So it smells a little better. Yeah.
Yeah. They're still legal in Mexico. So.
Yeah. Or she's just vaping now.
Yeah.
That's why so much smoke is coming under the wall all the time in the pods. Is there a fire? Is there a fire?
No.
No.
It's a cool effect.
What's that noise over there? I keep hearing.
They're doing like a Halloween party thing on my side. They're not doing one on your side. That's weird. Maybe they'll do it for you next time. Gerardo gives Fernanda No, she gives him an orchid that comes from an orchid she gave to her mom, like an offshoot. I don't know how to describe it. He says he
Yeah,
feels
like she split it. She split
Yeah.
it into a new pot.
orchids are very are not that easy to take care of, from my understanding. They're kind of like fickle plants that require certain environments. At least some orchids, they're not particularly easy. I'm not an expert on plants, but
You're
that's
not a botanist.
no, but that's my basic understanding from watching the movie adaptation.
Mhm.
So how long do we give this plant? Like 3 days?
Maybe less.
Yeah.
Honestly. Do
Um,
they let them see sunlight? Do the producers let them see
I don't know.
sunlight?
They don't even give them water, so he's definitely not going to water
Yeah.
for the plant.
Only cigarettes they give.
Yeah,
That's weird.
yeah, he can use it as an ashtray. He says he feels so calm watching the plant, he can't even talk. You're staring at a plant. It's not doing anything. It's not. What are you talking? I'm calm looking at a plant.
Yeah. This guy goes to sleep with like 8 orchids in his bedroom at night, I think.
Oh, so calm. It's just a plant.
That's how he goes to sleep.
Dude, the plant isn't even in bloom. He's just looking at like little leaves. Doesn't even make sense.
The leaves, they're
He's
nice.
He's a bullshitter.
He's never seen leaves before,
Yeah.
has he?
Yeah, so she gives him this nice gift. Then he's like, "Oh, by the way, I tried to break up with Mopper, but I failed." And she's like, "Well, I'm chill because I don't need you.
Yeah.
I'm chill." Yeah. By the way, he doesn't give them gifts. Really cool, really nice guy.
Give gifts. What's
Yeah.
the matter? Give a gift card, Starbucks gift card. What's the big deal? Why doesn't anyone ever just give a gift card in the pods for gifts?
Could you imagine? That'd be amazing.
Could you imagine getting like a $20 Nintendo Switch online Nintendo coins gift
That'd
card?
be so sick.
And you could like customize your cart whichever way you want. Anything
That'd be
like that.
great.
Yeah. I think it'd be really fun.
Chema and Alejandra, she asks about his daughter. This scene stood out to me. She says she wants to know how they could be a family together. And Chema says, she is totally my responsibility. If you want to be involved, you can. If you don't have to.
But that's kind of like a test because later he describes that he really likes when people are mentioning the daughter and wanting to be involved.
Well, he says that she's the first person that has, so he does like it. But I think it's a red flag to me to also say you don't have to, right? Because
yeah, but it is important that she is involved in his
Yes.
niece and nephew's lives. That's
Yes.
most important. But the daughter, maybe not so much.
that's just really weird. Imagine being like, okay, I'm gonna go hang out with my wife daughter. So sorry, bye. You can't be involved
Yeah,
with.
there's definitely not going to be any resentment from the kid on that end. Is
Yeah,
there?
but technically your stepmom, but she doesn't want to be. So
No, you're right. That's really weird.
I'm gonna go hang out with her. And like it would be different if the daughter was like older, but his daughter is 3, I believe. Antonella is 3. So yeah, you it's very odd.
Oh yeah, yeah. That is a bit of a
Um,
red flag. It is.
Yeah, it really stood out
He's
to me.
very so casual about the kid thing.
Yeah.
It should be a big deal, right? I mean, it's his kid.
It's a huge deal. That's why it's very weird to go on the show with a child who's young or any age, but especially this young. It's like a huge deal.
But he's trying to find love.
That's why people usually date people for like months, at least like usually 2 months before they introduce them to their
okay, yeah.
kid.
Yes.
And then it's like a gradual process. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah.
this is fucking wild.
Because you don't want to fuck up your kid in the head.
Yeah, and then also like when you marry, you move together, and you're bringing a stranger to like live with your fucking kid, and you don't really know someone after like a month. Like this is like it's like
crazy.
it's like I don't like telling people like going on this podcast and being like this is how people should parent because I'm like not one, but like I don't know, like it's just common sense, man. Like it's not.
We should do a separate podcast called
Where
This
we
Is
tell
How
people
You-
how to parent.
This is how you should parent.
Yeah.
As 2 people with no kids at all.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like my parents are divorced. Like they never would have brought somebody.
Put you through that? Yeah.
No.
It's tough. It's tough.
It's tough, but it's what you do because it's your kid. Like it's just, I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's no more absurd, I suppose, than getting engaged after 2 weeks of knowing somebody.
Well,
So
at least then it only
it's par for the course with the absurdity
yeah.
of the
But
show.
at
is
least
it
that
not?
only affects you. At least then you're only putting yourself through the situation. You
Yeah.
know,
Well,
like
it affects your family and friends too because they're embarrassed. You know.
yeah, that's true. Now you're embarrassing your 3-year-old.
Oh
Everyone's
no!
gonna make fun of them
Oh
in
no!
nursery school. Anyway, he's into the fact that Alejandra says you were that she would want to be part of his kid's life. He really likes
Great.
that. Can you believe it?
That's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't know who Gerardo is talking to at first, and it revealed Smoffer, and he says he's ending it, but he says he wants to keep communication open in case you need someone to talk to.
Yeah. Or if
Die! Get the fuck over here!
or if she has more orchids to give, anything like that.
Wasn't it Iris who gave the orchid? That was
Oh, was
Iris.
it? I thought it was
Yeah.
Oh no, okay, gotcha.
Right? Wasn't that Iris?
Blankets,
Yeah,
cigarette,
she gave the blanket in the song.
cigarette
Yeah.
smelling blankets.
But I think he's keeping her on the back burner just in case.
Oh yeah,
Come on.
oh yeah.
She's mad though because in the song, which this was a big reveal to us because we didn't know what she said. She said, "Don't tell me you love me if you don't intend to stay," which is funny because he never said "I love you." He's like, "When did I say I love you?" Anyway,
I don't recall.
Then
Maybe she partied a little too hard
yeah,
in that conversation.
she just smoked a pack and she's on a crazy nicotine high. It makes her a little buggy. Gerardo and Fernanda, he gives her 3 flowers taped together.
As you do.
Yeah, real nice. And then he sings a song that he wrote. Wow, copying Moffer, real cool. This guy, wow. Let's hear it.
Whoa. A harness and a rope. We'll climb up step by step, no safety net.
La compuse ayer. Habla de mis miedos.
I wrote it yesterday. It's about how combining your life with someone else is scary, but we take a leap of faith. Let's climb together.
Oh,
I want it all.
I want it all. Wow. How did they get Taylor Hicks for this? Huh?
I know.
How did they get
American Idol legend Taylor Hicks to the dubbing. So I have a couple things to say about this. I was a little confused about the lyrics. He says a harness and a rope, so clearly belay is on. So they have a pulley system which should secure them, right?
Yes.
So they're not like doing a free solo climb, but he says,
but it is dangerous. Yeah.
Is it dangerous? You have a harness and a rope.
Well, I guess it depends probably on how good you are at putting in the things in the rock. Right?
Yeah, but he says no safety net, but nobody climbs using a harness and a safety net. You ever see You ever see it? He says a harness and a rope, no safety net. Nobody climbs with the harness, a rope, and a safety net.
You're right. He should have compared to the relationship to free soloing.
Yeah, exactly. We don't need a safety net, a harness, or a rope. That's what it should have been.
We could fall to our deaths at any moment.
But we had each
could
other.
give PTSD to this whole camera crew following us around.
Yes, that would have been better. But this doesn't make sense. This harness and a rope.
There are certain receptors in my brain that don't work. It makes me immune to fear.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Free Solo. You guys should check it out. We should recap Free Solo.
It's a
Great film. It's so good.
It's really
good. Alex Honnold, he's really good at climbing.
Do you ever see that? Did you ever see it in IMAX?
No.
It was amazing in IMAX.
Sick.
So good.
So good. Great movie. But yeah, the song doesn't make sense. So you know what? I take back the soundbite that I actually played after it.
Yeah. Dude, that's the first time Taylor Hicks has ever been booed. Ever.
Yeah. Even the children hate it. The children don't like it. I want to point out something else that happened at the end of the song.
Obviously, I wrote it.
We got a squeal.
Obviously, I wrote it.
Obviously,
No.
he obviously says, obviously I wrote it because it doesn't make sense. I'm not good at writing lyrics.
Yeah. Play that again. It sounds like it's multiple people squealing, but it's just her.
It's just her.
Obviously, I wrote it.
Doesn't that sound like multiple people?
It does.
That is so weird.
It
Is there a ghost in the
sounds-
room?
It sounds a lot like in like one of those like one of those like AD squeals, you know what I'm talking about? When
Yeah.
she does like the singing squeals here.
Yes.
Yeah, really beautiful. So we get Fernando and so they do this song. We get Fernando and Iris. He says Chio says you told the girls that I asked you to marry me. Iris says, no, I told the girls I was getting married, not that you proposed to me. Now, wouldn't this just be a red flag? Like, I would be like, well,
For who? For Fernando?
yeah, wouldn't you be like, why would you say that?
Yeah.
That seemed, I never, in confessional, Iris says, I played fair. So we know that she's scheming.
Yes.
Fernando says, who should I trust then? Because I don't want lies and drama. She says, I'm running away from all of that because I won't fight over a man. He says, okay, I trust you.
Easy peasy, no problem.
She must be saying some hot stuff in there and he must be into it. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Yeah.
they must have had the sex talk already and she must
You
have said
smooth
something.
things over real quick with Fernando, and then you go take care of that fucking rat.
Yeah.
Take care of the fucking rat in the maze.
She must have had some wholesome love talk with him about some wholesome stuff, you know?
I guess.
Yeah. In the back of the women's quarters, Iris sits some women down and is like, Chio is a snitch, okay? So
Yes.
we're all going to make some shanks and we're going to end her.
This is basically like when Parvati took the Black Widow Brigade together and said, we're going to blindside Ozzy.
Yeah.
And he's
that's what
not going to
happened.
see it coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much the exact same thing.
Like, we're going to tie some bricks to Chio and throw her in the river. That's what's
Yes.
going to happen here. So she pulls Chio aside and says, Fernando told me that you snitched. And she goes, I never said I said I was going to marry Fernando, not that he proposed to me. It annoyed me. It was a low blow. You went to him when you should have come to me. You should have confronted me about it.
Yeah. And then two of the other women, they grab her from behind and they drag her out, and she's screaming and she's crying. She goes, no. And then that's when she says, you did this to yourself. You did this to yourself because you're a rat.
Yeah.
And then we don't see her again.
Yeah. I heard they gave her electroshock therapy until she
Yeah.
didn't talk anymore.
They did the thing with the rat in the bucket
Yeah.
where they burned it, you know, and then there's only one place for it to burrow, right? I brought this up before on the podcast.
Oh. Chills. Shema and Sylvia. She asks him if he is practicing telling people, this is my wife, Sylvia. He then answers very uncomfortably, I don't know. He asks, would you be sad if we didn't meet up tomorrow? She says she'd be heartbroken. He says he wouldn't be. He says he might be there tomorrow.
What a nice guy.
What a pickup artist. He's negging her hardcore.
He's
This is
really negging.
brilliant, dude. He's using his poker abilities. He's bluffing.
Yeah.
He's pickup artisting. Yeah. He will
Smart.
be peacocking, but she can't see him. So
Yeah.
he's going to wait till the reveal. He's going to have a crazy outfit.
Him and Iris, probably the two most competitive people we've ever seen in Love is Blind.
Yeah. They're pulling out all the tricks. We get to Gerardo and Fernanda. They are very happy at the reveal. He asks her if she would like to team up and climb this mountain together. So he's still plugging that terrible song. I thought he was going to like have a harness and a rope with him.
Yeah, set up a climbing wall in there.
Yeah.
Get it going.
He's like, there's water. Why can't you do a climbing wall?
We're around nature like we always
Yeah. He also says this.
Gentlemen, winning the lottery is possible.
Go out and buy 100,000 tickets. Drain your savings. Anything is possible.
I'm going to do it.
Gentlemen, just do it.
Buying one today in honor of him.
I'm spending all of my money on lottery tickets. I'm just going to go
good.
out, waste all of it. Not waste, invest in lottery tickets.
No.
It's because
Mr. Beast did it and he broke even.
That's true.
He bought, how many did he buy? Like 100,000?
Yeah, and we can trust Mr. Beast.
Yeah. He broke even. So you just got to be willing to spend like $1 million on
and YouTubers never fake videos either.
They never do.
No. Women's quarters. Chio gets everybody starts dogpiling on Chio. She tells them to focus on their own problems, and they just say no. They're like, "Why? We can't do that. We need a distraction. So we're gonna bully you."
Yeah, we're bored.
We're bored over here. Okay.
They don't let us see daylight.
Yeah.
All they do is keep giving us cigarettes.
We're starved. They close the commissary. We're trading cigarettes for water. It's hard here.
Trading cigarettes for water.
Fernando and Karen. She says she's here because she always falls in love with people for who they are on the inside. Well, then why are you on Love is Blind if you do that normally? This is for people who have a hard time doing it.
This is for people who have trouble with it.
Yeah.
They have an addiction to falling in love with people who are good looking.
Yes. She then reveals in confessional she discovered after 2 years that her last boyfriend was gay. She also reveals to Fernando that she is divorced and has an 11-month-old baby. He says that does not scare him.
Was it 11-month-old baby? I thought it was.
Sorry, it's an 11-year-old. Sorry,
11-year-old child.
Sorry.
Or you could call it a baby.
I wrote that down and I meant to edit it. It's an 11-year-old.
I mean, it could be an 11-year-old baby.
It could be an 11-year-old baby.
I like to think of myself as a 35-year-old baby. So
that's very attractive.
Yes, I think so too.
Very Apatowian.
Yeah.
Karen and Sal, he asks her what she brings to the table. We love when men ask this of women. We love it.
Yes.
Very green light. She says she will spoil her husband rotten. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
All right. What else you got? What else you got
what
for
else
me?
You to bring to the table then?
Okay, that's good. You're gonna give me money then?
Good. That's good.
You'll spoil me a little money.
So what else are you gonna do for this?
Yeah. I'm liking that, but I think you can offer me more. Saul tells us he has been single for 5 years, but now he's ready for something serious, and he has a 14-year-old daughter. Chema and Sylvia. Chema reveals to Sylvia he is between her and another woman, if that wasn't incredibly obvious. He says he thought about her before going to bed at night, and she says she wants to be a team with Chema so that they can make his daughter a very happy girl. Oh, using his daughter to be manipulative. Wow. Don't we love that?
We love it when they lure the kids out there like that.
All the stops. No, nothing is too low for these people. Let's just keep it going.
Love is Blind has a type.
Yep. Letty, she's been living with undiagnosed ADHD and has been single for 4 years. Very similar to a plot line with Ollie. I wonder if they're going to be
right.
I wonder if we're going to be seeing more neurodivergent people brought in. I wonder if that's going to be a trend.
The first thing I want to hear from every contestant on Love is Blind is all their diagnoses.
Yeah, I want to know.
I want to hear. Give us the whole list.
I want to know what they're diagnosed with. I want to also get a picture of their medicine cabinet.
Yes, I'd also like to get blood panels too. Like if we could get a lepto panel, if we could get a
Yeah.
kidney function panel would be good. I'd like
Yes,
to get
either their physical and maybe their bank statements over the past 2 years at least.
this would really be helpful for us. As
Yeah, it's gonna really help out with podcasting and analysis.
podcasters.
Yeah.
Just want to know how healthy everybody is.
Yeah. Letty and Sal, she likes that he's a good dad. How do you know? She just got back from living in Guatemala with her little dog, and after the date, she says she could see herself with him. Chema and Sylvia, she says her family would appreciate him. Both of their dads have passed away. They bonded over that. Chema and Fernanda, her father also passed away, I think. Lots of connections there. She talks about how she started to love singing when she sang at a wedding, and he would definitely go to classical concerts with her. I bet he would go to like 1 or 2 and then be like, I know I said I would, but I can't anymore.
I can't do it.
I can't. Boring.
I lied.
I lied.
Sorry.
It's boring.
It's really boring.
It's just I thought
I tried my best here.
I thought I was more sophisticated than I am, but I'm not. I'm sorry.
I really tried.
I wanted
really
to be arty, but I'm
I
not.
want to look smart.
I wanted to be Renaissance man.
I just want to go to a Shrek rave.
Yeah.
Can we please just go to a Shrek rave?
Women's quarters. Alejandro says things were fruitful with Chema. Sylvie hears this and it shakes her confidence a bit.
I'm off to the goddamn slaughterhouse.
I'm off to the goddamn slaughterhouse. Oink oink.
My goodness.
I'm off to the goddamn slaughterhouse.
See you later.
Gonna go get chopped up, served for dinner.
I knew I should have stayed home from school today. Fernando and Karen. She had a boyfriend, and this is sad. So when she discovered that her ex was gay, he beat her. That was terrible.
Jesus.
And then he talks about how his dad was abusive, rude, and violent. So they bond through that. Always fun. We get to this stuff.
Oh my goodness. What a blast.
What a blast. Fernando and Iris, she says, how are you feeling about your other dates? Be honest. And he says, I know you're talking about Karen. I've had a very intimate connection with her. He says, we can connect with other people and things can change. I don't want to close the door with either of you. And he says, you're in my top 2 though.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. This is everything.
Nothing better than top 2.
Yeah. Renee and Iris. Renee talks about how Iris talks about how she'll one day be your brother's caregiver. She says it's why she's not so open to the idea of having children. He says he wouldn't have any issue with it and it doesn't scare him.
Okay.
If only he wasn't an alcoholic. Although I think he might have a drinking problem because we do see it in the trailer. I'm not really sure. Some discussion about it.
We'll see. Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe
I don't know. Doesn't kind of everybody have a drinking problem when they're on Love Is Blind?
Yeah,
they're kind of being force-fed drinks every 2 seconds.
Fernando and Karen. Karen says she likes it rough. He's okay with whatever. She says she wants to experiment with having more people involved. He says, does that make you jealous? She says no. She says she wants to bring in a woman. He says, that sounds cool to me. Awesome.
Now this I could get into.
Yeah, this is good though. If you haven't really had experience with this stuff, really good to start with your very brand new marriage to be experimenting.
Put it to the test right away.
Yeah, let's bring someone into our marriage.
Yeah. Make them one of your bridesmaids at the wedding.
Yeah, this we typically hear that this goes very well. Karen and Saul, he says he wouldn't be down for having a male female threesome, but would be down for the other way.
Interesting.
I wonder why.
Well, that's kind of weird.
Yeah,
I wonder. He seemed really interested in the idea of threesomes, so I'm just having trouble connecting the dots
What's
here.
the difference?
What's the difference?
I don't know. It's so weird.
It's kind of weird. I don't know.
It's three people.
He just said he liked threesomes. This is.
I don't get it.
Hmm.
She seems disappointed when he says that. I don't get why.
That's kind of weird too.
Because
Because he said he liked threesomes, so that's
Yeah.
why she's disappointed. She's like, "Well, I thought you liked them."
Yeah. She says she liked swinging when I tried it. And she says she needs a man who can separate. She says something like who can separate pleasure from romance or passion or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll get back to that when it comes back to that later. Saul and Letty. She says, would it be an issue if I didn't want to have sex on the honeymoon if I wasn't comfortable? He says, you wouldn't be comfortable with me. He says, it's important to me. She says, no, it's just, maybe the honeymoon. He says, it's important to me, but I want you to be comfortable as well. Plus, I like, he's like, I like sex, but, your mind could give me an orgasm.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dude.
Who are those?
Like the X-Men guy. He could do it.
Professor X?
Professor X.
Xavier?
Professor Xavier.
Wow.
He could give you an orgasm with his brain, I think.
Who are those people that are attracted to minds, to intellect? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
People are attracted to sapiosexuals. Sapiosexuality means that a person is sexually attracted to highly intelligent people so much they consider it to be the most important trait in a partner.
Right. That's why we've never heard that term, is because we've never seen that on this show. So
I don't know if we've ever seen an intelligent person on the show.
No, that's what I was getting at. Yeah.
Well, we're not intelligent either, so that's why I didn't get it.
No.
No.
Really not.
Letty in confessional tells Grandpa to please skip to the next episode. Well, I think she was hoping that they would have shown the confessional earlier than when they started it. In the men's quarter, Saul's like, she was really uncomfortable talking about sex with the cameras. And it's like, because Grandpa was watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't she talk me off?
Oh, my ears! My granddaughter's talking about fucking.
Why didn't she sex talk me? I don't understand.
He's like, I want my grandpa to hear me talk about fucking, and my grandma, and everybody. And he talks about how Karen made him feel uncomfortable. Then he talks to Karen, and she goes, "You didn't want to talk to me today?" And he says, "What?" She's like, "I could tell." He says, "I'm attracted to your sexuality, but I don't think I can integrate it into a marriage." She says, "I have told you things I haven't told anyone. How dare you judge me just because I'm a woman?" Well, you didn't just tell him. You kind of told all of us because it was on camera.
Yeah, that's true. But dude, she wanted a threesome with two guys. That's a deal breaker, dude. Hell no.
Well, I will say, no,
dude. Threesomes are only two girls, one guy. Everyone knows that, dude.
Yeah, I don't even know if you can call two guys and a girl a threesome. I do find this funny because she's like, "How dare you judge me?" And he's like, "I just didn't want to have threesomes in my. I didn't want to swing." I
did, but
I don't think he did.
Just with another woman.
Yeah, I just didn't. We weren't compatible. You judge me? We're not compatible. How dare you judge me? She walks out mad. He leaves laughing. Wow. Fernando and Alejandra. She says he wants to study. She says she wants to study a master's degree in Italy. He's not into this. And he lets her know that she has wiped a smile off his face.
Wow.
Now, I don't know with him. He's a poker player. Is he bluffing or not?
He might be bluffing here.
Yeah, he could be.
Don't know. Because does he care about his kid? Does he not? We don't know. It's
Yeah.
really hard to figure out here. Now, is it because he's going to be, if he would go visit her in Italy, he'd be away from his niece and nephew? I don't know.
Yeah,
That could be the real reason.
could be.
They're very
The
important.
niece and nephew are very important. The kid.
Eh.
We get to this. Here with Saul and Letty is interesting. So they start out and they're talking about yoga and Pilates and chess, right? Then we cut to, and it's the women's quarters, and Letty is talking about how she's happy in the dates, but afterwards she feels differently about Saul. And Sylvia then says she backed out because she thought that it was pure manipulation.
Little interesting bit of Sam vibes here. I think the lady's intuition is picking up on certain red flags that they can't
Yes.
quite put their finger on, but just this overall feeling of smarminess.
And then it cuts forward and she says that she's probably falling in love with him enough to probably have a baby with him. So very interesting vibes going on.
Very weird. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's the very Sam plot line.
Yes.
We'll see how it shakes out. Chema and Alejandra, she made him a watercolor painting of how she perceives him and had some music she wants to sing to Antonella. You know, you got to pull the daughter card here.
Yeah.
Chema tells us he was coming here to break up with Alejandra, but she always has something up his sleeve. So he's always about to break up with someone, and then they change his mind.
Because they keep throwing curveballs.
Yeah, and then she says she can change her plans to study in Italy for him. It's always good to give up your dreams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Karen and Fernando. She gives him a picture frame because she wants to climb a volcano in Costa Rica with him and get to the top. What's up with these people in climbing mountains?
Especially a volcano.
Yeah, I know. I hope they have a harness and a rope and a safety net.
Yeah. Scary.
Yeah, so they agree to be boyfriend, girlfriend. He says, I will cut it off with all the others. The women's quarters, Iris feels a little betrayed, I think, because of this, but in the end, it's all okay.
Yeah.
Saul and Letty, we get the infamous the letter with the chess play on words before he proposes. But Ben, I liked your letter better.
Mine was better.
It was better. His was a little lacking.
I put more thought into it.
Yeah, yours had more thought. Chema and Sylvia. She cries. She's so happy that she likes him so much. They talk for a bit, and then he says he needs some more time because I'm also into Alejandra. And she's like, well, I've already chosen you. And he says, give me one more day. And then he lets us know what's really going on.
I feel like I'm playing a hand of poker with them. Let's see if love wins or if they win the game against me. Or I end up folding and the game continues without me.
So revealing. Wow.
He's like into
he likes the games. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like really into the fact that he could lose both of them. He like doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
He's like having fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good guy. Good guy. What a good guy.
I love it.
What a great man.
So Chema and Alejandra, she says what we have will be the most beautiful thing ever. But like, if you don't give us a chance, they're going to regret it for the rest of your life. And he's like, well, I don't want to, fuck up your dreams. And she's like, you're using it as an excuse. And he's like, I'm not going to crush your dreams. And then she goes to women's quarters and she says, he just showed me what true love really is because he's putting me first.
Wow.
Yeah, he's putting you first by treating you like, part of a game of poker.
Yeah. Yeah. Like she's the big blind.
Right? Yeah, she's Letty and Saul reveal. This was very uncomfortable.
Do you think Chima heard that the show was called Love is Blind and he thought it had something to do with
yeah. Oh, it's a poker show. Oh, Love is in Tennis. It's like a tennis poker show in Mexico. I live there. It's convenient.
Oh, so World Poker Tour is doing a stop in Mexico City? Okay, cool.
Very cool.
All right.
So cool. But yeah, this Letty and Saul reveal, not comfortable.
Ooh. Give me the creeps.
Yeah, at first I was like, oh, these two are really intense. This is... And then I was like, oh, he's really intense and she is not reciprocating.
Have we ever seen anything like that before? Never.
No.
Nobody's ever been thrown onto a couch. Really.
Usually the guys read that we've seen on the show can like read the vibes.
Yeah.
Or at least if they don't like act that aggressively.
Yeah.
He says her
Is one even gonna go to the honeymoon stage? I don't know. Are we gonna get?
I bet it will.
Nicole and Sam?
I bet it will.
Oof.
He says her freckles are seducing him. Like, what the fuck is going on?
If I were the producers, I'd be getting worried. I'd be like, okay, we might have ourselves a liability issue here.
I don't think with the way things have gone on Love is Blind in the past, I don't find myself having a lot of faith, to be honest. But
yeah, yep. Yikes.
Major yikes. Yeah. Iris and Fernando. She gives him a book and a teddy bear that smells like her, and then he breaks up with her. Probably because she smells bad.
Hey, it was a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
You're supposed to spray it with perfume, not under your armpits before you shower. You know, you're supposed to make it smell good.
Yeah.
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 She says, do you think Renee could be an option for me? And he says, I only have good things to say about him. I like how she instantly is like, I still want to be on TV. Do you think I still have a shot? Please.
I love that. She's so open about it.
Yeah. He says he hasn't seen Renee throwing back too many shots, though. So it should be fine. Only like, 9 or 10 drinks a night.
He's really more of a closet drinker.
Yeah.
So, we just see him stumbling out of his room at night. He's like getting into fights in the hallway with people, but that's about it.
Fernando and Karen. He gives her 3 Christmas sweaters for the 2 of them and her daughter to wear at Christmas together. That's going to be weird because she's an 11-year-old baby, so I don't know what kind of sizing you get there.
Yeah, that is a weird sizing. How do you buy for an 11-year-old baby? I don't know.
He proposes and they kiss through the wall. How sweet. Fernando and Karen reveal they're very happy. I don't really have anything to say here, except it was interesting at the end where she brought out another guy. That was
very bizarre.
That was very bizarre. She's like, can you propose to him too? And then they had a 3-way kiss. It was very romantic.
It's hot.
Yeah.
It's really hot. Yeah.
And then Renee and Iris, she walks in and says, how's my favorite doctor doing? And he says, not good because you stopped talking to me. Cliffhanger.
Whoa.
What's
going to happen?
I don't know.
I think they're going to get married.
Yeah, I do too. Well, you can join us next week back here on the Patreon, where we will be recapping episodes 3 and 4 of Love is Blind Mexico. We're really enjoying the season so far. And also, Jordan from last season of The Circle will be joining us this Friday as we recap The Circle season 7, episodes 1 through 4. We're really stoked about that. Love having Jordan on the podcast, and it should be a good time.
Woohoo!
All right, we'll see everybody real soon. Bye.
Bye.
It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your 2 best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.